Bless you, everybody. Pastor Jerone here. I just want to ask you all a question. Why are some angels free? And that includes Satan and his third of the angels. Why are they free to roam the heavenlies, to cause chaos throughout the world, and they will not be bound until Jesus' millennial reign? Why are they free, and why are some angels bound in chains of darkness? 2 Peter 2:4 says, here's what, for God spared not the angels that sinned. Underline that word, sinned. Satan and his angels rebelled. These angels did something physical. It was an act. They sinned. Cast them down into hell and deliver them into chains of darkness to be reserved unto judgment. So there was a group of angels that have not seen the light of day since they committed this sin. And I believe this sin goes back to Genesis chapter 6, where the sons of God, the Benoah Elohim, had this relationship with women and had an offspring of children called the Nephilim. But they committed a sexual sin, a folly against humanity. It was a sin against humanity, and it was an abomination to God for what was in the celestial realm to combine itself with what was in the earthly realm. And thus the offspring of that union became deformed giants, tyrants, evil, wicked. And God sent the flood, and when he sent the flood, destroyed them, and their spirit and their soul escaped their bodies, but they could not go down into the hell because God is not ready to judge them yet. And they couldn't go into heaven because they were not the sons of God, or demons that roam the earth seeking to re-embody themselves in human being bodies. Allow Satan to be free and to go and to charge the throne and to accuse the brethren, and to cause all of this chaos all around the world. And there's certain angels that are bound up. Well, it appears that these angels, that when the angels do the sexual sin, God places them down into the abyss. And you'll see in Revelation chapter 9 that there's a king over them called Apollyon the destroyer, and there's many, many thousands of them, and they're all cast down. These are the angels that committed the sin in Genesis chapter 6. If you look at Revelation chapter 9, where did they come from? All we know is that these angels are just bound up in the bottomless pit. There's another group of angels that are bound up, and they're the 4 angels of the Euphrates. I'll do a teaching on that. But these angels didn't commit the sexual sin. They committed a harm against the earth. And we'll talk about that in another video. Jude 1:6. And the angels which kept not their first locality or their first estate, their location, but left their own habitation. They left their habitation. You know, they used to call clothing back in the days, back in the 20s and 30s, used to call them habits. Because it's okaterion. Our okaterion is our physical flesh. They left their own habitation, their okaterion. And oh, by the way, you and I are going to receive an upgrade in our okaterion, in our bodies. This mortal is going to put on immortality. This corruptible is going to take on incorruptibility, right? So we'll receive an upgrade. But when the angels fell, they received a downgrade. So they left their own habitation. They left their first estate, the celestial realm. Hath he reserved in everlasting chains under darkness unto the judgment of that day. Why are these angels bound? What did they do? Nobody's ever answered that question. The people that say, well, the sons of God, that's the sons of Seth. Well, the sons of Seth, they died in the flood. If they were so righteous, why did they die? Why wasn't they the ones that was on the boat with Noah? If they were so righteous, well, they were not righteous. And this sons of God designation, especially in the Old Testament, right? A unique creation of God. Adam and Eve was a unique creation of God. Jesus is a unique creation of God, and the angels are unique creations of God. And so that's what they were talking about. And the question is, why are these angels bound up and Satan and his angels are free? And it's because of a sexual folly. It's because of what they did in Genesis chapter 6. And I'm going to read it. Genesis chapter 6. And it came to pass, when men began to multiply on the face of the earth, and daughters were born unto them, that the sons of God, the Benoah Elohim, saw the daughters of men that they were fair, and they took them wives, of which they chose. And so it's a unique question, and just something to think about. I'll come back later with some teaching on this, about the Nephilim, the rebellious angels, and how Satan is going to end up committing the same type of sin and be bound for 1,000 years. Jesus Christ was the incarnate of God. It was the Holy Spirit that came upon Mary that produced Jesus Christ. Well, Satan is going to try to copy that, and he is going to come up on a woman, and she's going to give birth to the Antichrist. And this is why Satan is going to be bound for 1,000 years. But listen, we'll talk about that in another video. I'm Pastor Jerone. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel and grow with us in the Word.